on talking crazy. I need you running my space, but I need it, baby. I'm late, but I still can check in with you. I know that I need my friends, but I wouldn't wanna leave. You know, I wouldn't wanna bleed. Even my heart, my mind.
Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So today I'm gonna be talking about just some girl questions that you might be afraid to ask your mom or like your parents or your friends. I'm gonna give you some tips on how to stay fresh, clean for the girls, and just about breakups and mental health and things like that. First thing I'm gonna talk about is hygiene and how you wanna smell good for yourself or, you know, your man's or whatever. But the first thing you wanna do or have is a little care packet. You can call it anything you want to. If you don't know what a care packet is basically where you keep your stuff to freshen up, or just things to, if you have an accident, you always can be prepared and always have your stuff with you. I feel like you should always have a care packet no matter what, no matter if you're going on a date or maybe you just came out of the gym and you're all sweaty. You can just go in your little care packet, reach for your perfume or reach for your deodorant, anything like that. Especially if you're on a little date or whatever, you can just excuse yourself and use the bathroom and just spray real quick, put deodorant on, whatever you want to do. But I think for girls, this is necessary, like really, really necessary, because for girls, I think this is really, really important. Because you always want to smell good and you always want to just feel fresh and feel good about yourself. So I'm not going to spend too much time on like what's in my care packet. I'm just going to go over it really, really quick. So the first thing I have is this deodorant. It's Cucumber and it's by Dove. It's a little pocket size one, or you can call it a little travel size one. The second thing I have is this Japanese cherry blossom little fragrance mist. You can just spray it all over yourself. The third thing that I use is this hand sanitizer. I use this a lot. You know, if you're gonna like, maybe you have to put gas in your car, you can always use hand sanitizer afterwards or stuff like that. The next thing I have are pads. Even if you're not on your period or you're not expecting to be on your period soon, you should always carry pads with you. And the next thing I have is just this hair tie that I use sometimes, just in case I need to put my hair in a ponytail. I think it's really, really important for girls to have a care packet always in your car, in your book bag, in your purse, anywhere you go. The next tip is don't put too much perfume on. I've been around so many people who put way too much perfume on and it just gives me a headache. Especially if you're on a date, you don't want to put too much perfume because he might get a headache and he might not want to be around you. He might not want to be, close to you. And then you might, feel a type of way like, what if he doesn't like me, or do I smell bad? No, you just probably put way too much perfume on than you're supposed to. This next tip is actually my opinion. I feel like when you're taking a shower and you use your body wash, I feel like your body wash should be maybe like a low scented or like not scented at all, because I feel like when you use scented body wash and then after you use scented lotion and then a perfume, it's way too much smells coming together and it might make a smell that isn't really pleasant. So I prefer using unscented soap. And then once I come out the shower, I might go in with a nice, not too much of a smelling lotion, like not a high scented lotion, but a nice medium or low lotion. And then I'll follow up with maybe a nice strong one, a strong perfume, but I won't use too much of that. Next tip is if you're going on a date and maybe you're on a low budget, or maybe you just don't have the time to like prep yourself before the date, I'm gonna give you some tips. So my next little tip is if you're on a low budget or you don't have the time, or it's like a really last minute, you don't have to get expensive nails. You don't have to spend $200, $300, $100 all that kind of money, you can just go to Walgreens and get yourself some pop-on nails. I can't tell you how many times last minute I ran to Walgreens, grabbed some pop-on nails, glued them on, and went to my date right afterwards. And they complimented my nails. Little did they know that it was some glue-on nails. But I'm not gonna say anything. I just said thank you. In my opinion, I feel like the little pop-on nails last you way longer than when you actually get your nails done. I don't know why, but I think it's a really good hack and tip to just give you guys. The next tip is, if your crush or your boyfriend or whatever asks you on a date, always research where the date is. Search it up. Look at what it looks like, because you want to know how to dress, you want to know what to wear, you want to know what shoes, what dress, all that kind of stuff. Because he might tell you a place that sounds like a restaurant, but then what if it's like the movie theater, or like, I don't know, just somewhere where you are not really supposed to dress fancy maybe, and it ends up being like a, I don't know, just a simple little thing, and you come like overdressed. So you always want to like research on where you're going, look at the pictures. If you don't know what to wear, or you have like no idea, or you're having a hard time finding an outfit, I like to go on Pinterest and just search up the date that I'm going on. For example, if we're going mini golfing, I might search up mini golf date outfits, and then it'll just show me a bunch of ideas, and then I'll just go in my closet and pick an outfit based on what the picture. Don't go on your phone too much when you're on a date. I don't know if it's just me, but when I'm out in public and I see other people on dates and stuff, they're just literally on their phone the whole entire time. So what's the point of going on a date? You know what I'm saying? And that might show your date that you're not interested, or you're just wasting his time and all this kind of stuff. So put your phone on silent, put your notifications off. You know what I'm saying? Your social media, your Instagram, your TikTok, your little Facebook, it can wait, because you're on a date right now, and of course you want to, you know, impress your date. You want to make sure that he feels that you're interested. I hear a lot of, can I still be friends with my exes, and all this kind of stuff. In my opinion, I feel like it depends on how you ended up breaking up and how the breakup went. If the breakup went like you guys yelling at each other, or even like pushing each other, or like just fighting, I feel like you should just go your own ways and just end that connection. If you have been dating for a while and you guys just ended it because maybe it wasn't the right time, I feel like you guys should be friends, and maybe you guys can build more connection together. Some of y'all think that you guys can break up and be friends and still do relationship stuff while you guys are still friends. I feel like that is so unhealthy. I feel like if you're broken up, you are broken up. There's no need to do relationship stuff together, like meaning by still act like your boyfriend and girlfriend and do boyfriend and girlfriend stuff when you're not together, because I just feel like that is so unhealthy. It always ends up either hurting the other person or hurting yourself. Actually might lead to just ending the friendship, like all of it, because what if the other person, you know, decides to date somebody else, and you might think, oh, like I thought we were in a little something, like I thought we were in a little, you know, we're not together but we're together, and that might hurt the other person and all this kind of stuff. Speaking of hurting each other, this also goes into mental health and depression. Maybe in high school years, or like your high school time, I feel like that's when you really experience depression and feeling more feelings and more emotions, stuff like that. If you're feeling depressed, or you're sad, or any of that, or you're going through anything, you should surround yourself with people who are going to be there for you, who are going to listen to you, and not try to bring you down or make you feel bad. So the next thing is toxic friends. I feel like you're always going to meet some toxic friends or friends that bring you down or just make you change yourself for them. And it might take a while for you to see, you know, the damage they're doing to you and stuff like that. But once you see what they're doing to you, you need to just push them aside and say, maybe tell them how you feel, or maybe just distance yourself. This falls into like insecurity. I've been insecure. I struggled with being insecure for a long time. I'm not gonna lie, I still kind of do, but I feel like you shouldn't be insecure. I try to tell myself not to be insecure because I feel like insecureness, if that's even a word, it starts by comparing yourself to others. Like, oh, she has this, or she looks like this. I wish I could look like that, and stuff like that. But really, you don't really know what's happening behind the scene, like what's happening in their life. You can't just look at a person and say, "Ooh, I want to be her. I want to do what she's doing. I want to have what she has. Oh, I want to wear what she wears. Oh, how does she get this? She must be rich." All that kind of stuff. You shouldn't do that because you don't know what they're going through. Just focus on yourself. Don't focus on other people. Just focus on yourself. I'm not gonna get too much into like mental health because that's gonna be a separate video. But I hope you guys like this video. If you like this video, just like and subscribe. Bye.